Where I'm from, after street fights, they bring a tech. Hey, King J, what we tell him? Back on.
Hey, how's everyone doing today? Hope you lot are doing well. So we're gonna start off with what is needed via YouTube. So we've got like a few that's here. So we got what is needed via YouTube, what is needed via Twitch, getting started with Twitch, getting started with YouTube, getting started with social media, getting started with video editing. So this is pretty much going to be breaking down into a couple parts. So we're going to explain to you what you're needing when it comes to YouTube. So first things first, we're going to say, if you're starting out, I would say you need a camera. Now, with cameras, you could choose the depends on your budget. Depends on your budget. With cameras, there's a few cameras that I'm going to list. So, you know, we've got all of these cameras that I'm going to show you. And it's entirely up to you which one you choose. But again, it's all on budget. So with me, if I wanted to start off and I don't have much of a budget, I'm looking at a camera like this. So this is a Sony RX100 Mark V. Yeah, this one's the Mark V. So if you got a budget, maybe Mark III you could start off with, maybe, I don't know. But look for cameras that are not so expensive, because you still have to understand what a camera does. Everyone does this thing of, oh, I need the best camera because I need to. No, you need to understand the camera first. And this is the problem, is that people don't understand what they're buying. They understand, oh, it's 4K, oh, it's 2K, oh, it's 1080p. Do you understand what you're buying other than that? You know, you need to understand what you're buying. And you know, with cameras, there's aperture, there's loads of different things that you need to kind of understand. And this is the reason why I've got a couple cameras. So like I've got Blackmagic Design camera. So this is the camera that I use now. Blackmagic Design Micro Cinema camera, 4K. So I have that. I also have this. This is for when I do vlogging and stuff like that. I also have a Canon 550D, which I first started off with photography and filming. I used to do music videos as well. So, you know, camera, you need a decent camera. You need a good PC. Now, PC specs, I'm going to list the minimum specs here of what you need for video editing. And then editing software. So editing software, you can choose a lot of stuff. You could choose Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro, Sony Vegas, any of those stuff. I'm going to be teaching you how to edit basic in Premiere Pro, but you can still apply the same things that I teach on other video editing software. So don't worry about it. So this is what you start off with, because I know everyone's going to be like, but what about an audio recorder? What about this? What about that? There's so much things you can do in terms of upgrading your equipment. But I think the first thing you should do is start with those three. Now, again, it's if you're doing it on a budget. If you're not doing it on a budget and you're like, hey, I've got extra money, man, like, Jay, come on, hit me up. So stage 2 would be audio recorder. Now, we all know audio recorders pick up vocals better than a camera like this, or even just any camera. We know audio recorders pick up vocals a lot better. So we would go for something like audio recorder, and you might need a headset for when you're editing stuff, just to hear stuff a lot more clearer. You know, you don't want to hear it come out of your PC. It doesn't give the clear audio. I've realized that a lot of times when I edit things, I'm like, hey, this sounds okay. But then when I've put my headphones on, it's like, nah, it doesn't sound right. So putting on your headphones and actually listening to stuff is a key thing. You could get headsets from anywhere. There's loads of companies. HyperX, Alienware even have a headset. Astro, Blue Microphones, all of these companies have headsets. So you can go check them out. You know, it doesn't have to be the high end of the spectrum. As long as you have a decent headset, you're good to go. So there's that. Better lens on your camera. So these cameras don't have lens, but the Micro Cinema camera 4K does have. You can choose which lens you have. So you could probably be upgrading to a better lens, maybe one that doesn't let in a lot of light, one that does. Again, I'll teach you about that later on down the line. But again, even ones that have maybe a wider focus, like all of these things you need to take into consideration. Again, I'll teach you that later on down the line. But yeah, in terms of like YouTube stuff, this is the stuff that you would need. You know, maybe a mic if you want to get a mic. If you're doing like, if you've got like an external mic that you can use. A lot of people go for video Rode mics and stuff like that, or Rode video mics. A lot of people use different things, but if those are the things that you want to use in terms of filming and doing, like, I don't know if you do vlog content or something like that where you want to get clear vocals, then just make sure you know what you're doing. Do your thorough research. Again, I'll list stuff as it is of what you need or what you can use, but that's the stuff that you need to get started with when it comes to YouTube in terms of those levels. So yeah, if you lot like this video, make sure you lot subscribe. You lot will be updated with the future videos. Again, if you lot need any help, leave a comment in the comment section down below. And yeah, don't hesitate to ask for help, because I'm here to help you guys and girls.
Simmer down, simmer now. Couple kicks to your boat, I'm a winner now. Like Eddie with the feet, I'm a killer now. Simmer down, simmer now.